What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Open Session. I am Jordan.
I am Piotr. It's Brandon here.
And today we are bringing you a new type of video called trail scopes.
So for someone who doesn't ride mountain bikes all that much, what are trail scopes?
Well, trail scopes are where we go and scope out trails for new riders or riders that are new to the area so that they get a general idea of what they're getting into.
So what's the game plan?
Well, the game plan is, first we got to find the trail that we're going to ride. There's a few ways that you can do that. One is the trail park map. Two is using an app. And lastly, if you're desperate, you can ask a local.
So how are we going to find out where we're going to go today?
Well, I was thinking we could use an app called Trail Forks.
Forks? I like forks.
Forks. Okay, so from the perspective of somebody who's not familiar with the area, we can hit Discover and see what's available in this area. So let's tap on North Park and it'll show us some of what we have available. Now if you flip that up from the bottom, you'll be able to see a little summary. So let's scroll down. Let's see what does it have anything to say about the trails that are here. Back 9 and V8, I have not done that. It says those are green blaze trails. So let's go to the bottom here and hit trails at the bottom. And let's look for the green blaze, I guess. V8. Okay, so it looks like we found a trail to do. So next up, we're gonna have to find out where to park. And if you zoom in right there, it looks like we have a little parking symbol right up near the start. Excellent. Let's tap on that, see if it gives us any other information. Not really, but we can get directions right to it. So, now that we know where we're going, I guess we gotta go there. Alright, so we found out what trail we're gonna scope out today, and also where we gotta go park. So all we gotta do now is get there. Ooh. Let's go. So, we just got here at the designated parking location for the V8 trail. And let's get the bikes off, get a gear up, and find the trailhead and get started.
Excelsior!
Excelsior. All right, so we're here at the parking spot for V8, as you can see. And looks like the trail starts sorta, I don't know, it's like the access road, right?
It looks like it would be the road.
Yeah. Let's get heading. I think we can just cut through the grass here. What's left of the grass. Oh, this is actually kind of fun. So Brandon here is on a hybrid bike, which can do light trail use, so we should be good for today. The V8 trail that we are going on is it is a blue rated trail, intermediate, blue square. All right, it looks like we're coming to a downhill, so let's slow down a bit, because that's an easy mistake to make, is just go down a big hill and then you find out you've gone the wrong way or you're not on the trail.
Wrong way?
We are on this road. It is that way. So let's turn it around and let's just head right back out to that pavilion. Okay, so we took another look at the map and it looks like the trail starts at the end of this lot, which I can already see it over there. So that's something that you're gonna do when you're finding a trail for the very first time. Just take it nice and easy. So this trail has a green blaze. We got a rooty section to the left, and it looks like a less rooty bypass. So something for everybody. We got another little bypass there. Wow, we're already getting some leaves. So let's stop right here. So we're coming into the first little downhill section, which I can see right away has a drop over to the left, or you could just take a line to the right. Since Brandon is on a hybrid bike and has a little bit less front suspension, he'll probably want to take the right line and just go around that drop. I have a little bit more travel on my fork, so I'm going to try hitting that and we'll see how it goes. Nicely done. All right, so I'm gonna go for the drop. I'm not great at drops, still getting used to them, but just gonna hold back on the bars to keep my front wheel from going down a little too fast. Woohoo! Woohoo! Let's try that again. I hit my foot off. There we go. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, the left side of this trail features a bit rougher terrain, and the right side is a bit more mellow. All right. Whew. Gulch over here where the runoff comes. So, you all right? Okay, so this ended up being a little bit too steep and rooty because if you come down this way on the trail, you have to make a kind of a tight turn to get back up here. And as a newer rider, sometimes it's just the best idea is to just get off your bike and walk it. So that's what we're doing here, and we'll continue on. So looks like we have an uphill section coming up. So we're gonna be doing some climbing. Green blaze. There we go. Okay, so the direction that Brandon just came from, we just rode down there. That is actually the V8 switchback connector. So if we head to the left here, that will take us to where we want to go. Oh, let's see if I can make this climb. No! There we go. Ooh, a little loose coming up here. no. Couldn't do it. Couldn't make it. Okay. It's a cushion over there. So, we are a half a mile into the trail on V8. Once you get to the top of this hill here, you have a nice little level area to stop, and you also have a nice little picnic table.
Nice-ish.
Nice-ish, well, yeah. Just gonna hydrate and keep on moving. Brandon's gonna take the lead on here until we get to some more downhill, and then there's gonna be a big uphill that I'm sure we'll end up hiking. So this is interesting. So if you've hit this large metal building, you have gone the wrong way, as we have. You want to go down here. Alrighty. I'm gonna head down here, or try to, and Brandon's gonna come after me. Let's just get that out of the way. There we go. Getting some speed now is what I like. All right, we got some roots. Watch out for that tree. All right, so we came across a little interesting feature. So as you're coming down the section we just came down, you come up, there's a bit of a root here. Slightly higher than ankle height. For somebody who's never encountered this, the idea is you want to pop up your front tire a bit to get over it, and then just lurch forward a bit to get up over it. I'm gonna do my best to demonstrate it. I just did it once, so hopefully I could do it again. So let's do this. All right, so right after this section we just came up, it leads up into this section, which has a pretty sizable tree root. I don't even know if you could call that a root, or just a portion of the tree there. So you have two lines you can take up. You can go over to the left, which is what I'm probably gonna do first, and then I'll see if I could do this. I might screw myself up. Starting on an uphill here, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough speed to get over this. Oh, nut almost fell on me. I got twisted up. I got twisted up. I'm gonna try this one more time. I don't think that big one is happening. I don't think I'm physically able to do it. Let's try this again. Got my pedal clipped again. Got my pedal clipped again. Nope. Nope. All right, so that is not something I can do, not my skill level. And so next up, after you come past here, rougher section over to the left here with some roots and drops. Slightly smoother section, but a bit more off camber over to the left, or sorry, over to the right. So I'm going to do my best. I don't know, it's a little loose here. I could slide out. We'll see what happens. All right, that was not that bad. Whew. All right, so we're coming up to a bend, and that's what starts the climb. So we are going to be climbing. Hike a bike. Let's go. On your left. Oh, maybe not. Oh. Oh. Holy shit. All right. Now we come to this trailhead. Green blaze, white dot. Okay, so this split in the trail right here, over to the left, it goes, that's V8, the normal trail. Over to the right is a V8 alternate. So they meet back up, take whatever way you would like. I'm not sure yet which each direction has, so we'll find out. Let's see if I can get up this monster. It's not a monster. My squeaks. Oh man. Oh, this is tough. Oh, I'm losing grip. Oh man. All right, this is where I stop. So a log roll over here. I'm gonna bypass it though. Okay, this might be questionable. Okay. Just choosing my lines here. Have a high line and a low line. Roll right over that root. There we go, pick up some speed. Watch out for the tree. Ooh, definitely scraped my handlebar off that tree. Ooh, this is a little dangerous. Root coming up. All right, I'm gonna take the hard line. Oh, oh. Ah. Yeah. Made it. Whoa. It's a little ditch right there. You do not want to stay to the left over there. I'm gonna try that one more time. When I go to the left of that route, actually no, I'm gonna go to the right of it this time. I think that's a better line. Oh, still slowed me down. Here we are. You're good, you're good. All right, there's some roots down here, but I think, well, yeah, we'll see. Looks like another fork in the trail here. It looks like it's just a simple alternate. So over here, I'm guessing this is the main trail because we have some little rollers. I guess you could jump off them if you're so inclined. And if you don't want to do that, you could take the left here, which is just has some little roots, more of the same, and just winds and connects right back down there. Away we go. Oh, yeah, that's good. That is fun. It gives you just enough speed to get up here. All right, let's charge over these roots. And we have another split. So Brandon is taking the V8 alternate, which is, you can't see it here. It is green blaze, yellow dot. I'm gonna be going uphill here, staying on V8 proper. And well, hoping I can, get up this. We might be hiking biking a little. I just need to get a couple pedal strokes in. There we are. All right, staying on V8. Another little step up there. Whew. Oh, I'm gonna have to hike this. It's getting to me. We have more uphill route drops, so if you are riding popular direction, just be aware you're gonna run into a few of those. All right. I wonder how Brandon is faring right now. Where the did he go? Oh, lots of chunky roots here. Woo! Some steepness. Oh my God. I was not prepared for this. It's a good thing you didn't come up here. I don't know how well you can see this, but yeah, that's a little interesting. And this is where we meet back up. If you don't like getting into that stuff, you're definitely going to want to take the V8 alternate. I believe this is the high point for the trail. Pretty much right up here. Oh yeah, more of that breeze, please. All right. We're in the home stretch now. Let's go up here. Get that chunky, bumpy goodness gracious. Give me that. Today we're reviewing Aunt Nellie's pickled beets. No, we're not. That could have been bad. So we just finished the V8 trail, got back and took down some notes, wrote some notes about the trail. So let's go over, first of all, the highlights. Okay, so for the highlights of V8, generally there was a lot of up and down with some extended climbs. There were really only 2 major climbs, but they weren't super steep. The grade wasn't terrible, so it's really good for if you're practicing your climbing endurance.
Depending on what kind of music you're into, there are a lot of roots sections. So, I mean, if you're in the quest for love, you're gonna love this place because there's a ton of roots.
Yeah, North Park has a lot of rooty trails, so in general.
I mean, it's not bad if you are actually riding a mountain bike. Hybrids are still iffy. We'll go over that in a little bit. So, I mean, it's good if you want to work on, you know, technique, going over a lot of, you know, small bumps, little but overall, it's not too bad. I mean, yeah, there's some giant ones that were the size of my head that, you know, I walked over, he tried and walked over, but no, I mean, roots weren't bad. There's just like whenever you ran into some roots, you ran into some roots. Yeah, if you're coming here not expecting roots, you're in for a surprise because there's a lot, but that's part of what makes trails fun. So those are the highlights of the trail. Next, let's move on to the best overall aspects of V8. I mean, there was a lot of shade. Shade's cool. Places to stop. There's a couple park benches and fallen trees that you could sit on. So I mean, that was cool.
Yeah, you know. It was well maintained.
Yeah,
well maintained. Also had lots of alternates and bypasses. So
yeah, that was nice because I walked along that trail. Let's be honest, but it was nice, you know, like there was something that I didn't feel comfortable on, there was something that I felt less uncomfortable on. There's options. It also gives a little bit of variety to the trail to where if you ride it again, you know, if you want to take a different line, you can try a different line instead of having just one set. You got to go this way.
Yeah, or if you try one way, if you try one line and you decide the main trail section a little too tough for you, you can do the alternate and then slowly start working your way up to that. So moving on to the worst aspects of the trail. I'm gonna hand this over to Brandon here because
well, for me, I mean, I am the novice here, so it's a little bit harder for me to say what I liked and what I didn't like because everything is foreign. Things that really stood out to me, there were some really narrow sections that were also off camber. So whenever, I'm probably saying this wrong, but whenever I think of off camber, I think of, you know, things that are going to be on a little bit of an angle.
Yeah.
But whenever I also think that, I think of whenever you're on an angle, you can, you know, reverse your pedals like this to where you can ride almost straight. You're going to slide a little bit, but it's going to be like that. But here it was, you have 2 separate levels, and then instead of it being like angle up like this, it's just boom, up, and boom.
Yeah, so it's not just that it's off camber, it's like stepped. So the trail it'll be narrow and it'll be like stepped. Not the greatest in general, but especially if you're a newer rider, that is going to trip you up.
Yes.
Another negative aspect was that there weren't trailhead markers in the parking lot. Like right when you got there, we got spun around right at the beginning because there was just nothing. There's nothing to say, okay, this starts here, until you actually get right in the wood line and you see the green blaze. So hopefully this video will help you if you're coming out to V8 so you know where you're going.
I also, just to go along with that, maybe just remarking some of the trails and the splits just to get a little bit brighter.
Yeah.
Because some of them are starting to fade, and if you know what you're looking for, you can understand what it is. But if you're new and just getting into it, you might not know what's going on.
The blazes, especially at the forks, it doesn't help that it's green and you're in the woods where everything's green. So maybe if it was a little bit brighter green, that would be nice.
Yeah.
And lastly, would you recommend it, and for who? I say yes, I would definitely recommend this trail. But I would only recommend it to slightly more experienced riders or beginner riders who are looking for more of a challenge. If you're just starting out, if it's your first day on the bike, you do not want to come here. You're not going to have a good time. But if you've been riding for a month, 2 months, and you want a little bit of a challenge, I say go for it.
I would recommend it as well. With the right equipment. So if you're going to do any job, you're going to want to make sure you have the right equipment. A hybrid brake for this trail would not be the right equipment. Yeah. You're going to want a mountain bike I'd say beginner to intermediate can really start on this trail. But
or just make sure you have treads, tires with treads. You do not want road tires for this kind of trail.
I would just recommend that you take it slow.
Yeah, there's some areas where you just want to take it slow if you're unsure, because you don't want to slide out and slide down the hill. It's not going to be fun. So I guess that about sums it up for the trail scope of V8. Hopefully you found this useful, or if not, at least slightly entertaining. So until next time, see ya.
Take it easy.